Why should you increase your testosterone? Your test defines you as a man, the male elixir of life, as some people like to call it. Myself, I've been on a steady journey on increasing my testosterone and maxing it out, and I could say without doubt that my symptoms and pains of life, both physical and mental, have been nullified by this hormone. It truly changed my life. To be honest, right, before this whole testosterone maxing journey, I found it really hard to progress in my goals, whether it's fitness, finances, and I'll tell you, I didn't have motivation. I didn't have any drive to push me forward and say, this is the end result, this is what you're going for. And I just didn't get work done. I was lazy and I had no energy. To be honest, I've heard of this hormone, I've heard of testosterone, yeah, it makes you a man. I've learnt about it in school, but I didn't realise that life at the bottom with low testosterone, the life you can live at the top with very high testosterone, is unimaginable. You can't imagine it at the bottom. And you can only experience it once you dedicate your life, maybe 6 months or even less, towards this journey. This is the most sought after testosterone benefit ever. Most people who go on to a season of testosterone maxing do it for these specific reasons. The masculine features that come with it. You get a deeper voice. Your voice will become significantly deeper and you'll actually speak like a man. The squeaky voice that a lot of teenagers now have, even at the age of 17, 18, is a result of low testosterone. Alongside your voice becoming deeper, the way you speak, the way the words come out will seem a lot more masculine. You'll have a lot less anxiety, which is one of the benefits of testosterone, having good mental health. The way you speak will come out more masculine. The second thing you'll experience is thicker facial hair. You see nowadays, right, if you look at pictures of people 100 years ago, you see a lot of teenagers, age 17, 18, 19, or even younger. They have full beards. They have full lengthy beards. If you look at teenagers nowadays, forget beards, they look like a child. They look like they've just come out the womb. If you are struggling to grow a beard and you feel like you have the genetics for it, your father, your grandfather, your uncles have a beard and you don't have one, and you haven't tried to increase your testosterone, you should absolutely try. My advice is to try increase your test before hopping on finasteride and minoxidil, as those have certain side effects which testosterone doesn't. This last one is a major one. You'll get a better jaw structure, especially if you're young. When you have high test levels as a teenager, this applies to adults as well, but especially if you're a teenager, you'll see very drastic changes in the shape of your jaw. Look at the two pictures I've put down below. The one on the left is very high in testosterone. The one on the right has a weak, regressive jawline, and his nose sticks out more than his jaw and his chin. Increase your testosterone will undoubtedly change the structure of your face. Now, there are other factors for this change in facial structure, such as mouth breathing and just certain lifestyle, but your test is a very big factor when it comes to these things. You'll start to see changes in your physique and your fitness. You'll have lower body fat. Estrogen, the female hormone, is stored in excess body fat. Your muscle mass will skyrocket. The images I've put on the right are my own fitness journey. If you look at the picture on the left, you'll see that my shoulders, they weren't necessarily big and they definitely weren't defined. After I started to increase my test, as you can see on the picture on the right, my shoulders blew up, my arms blew up. That's because the higher your testosterone, the easier it is to pack on muscle. Also, I do boxing and I do martial arts such as Muay Thai. I found that once I started to increase my testosterone, my hunger and my stamina skyrocketed. When I say hunger, I don't mean my hunger for food, my hunger to win and to compete. My strength went through the roof as well. I almost doubled my bench press. It went from 50 to nearly 100. Now, for this next point, not many people will understand it, and that's because majority of people nowadays live with poor mental health. Either they have anxiety, depression, even low levels. When you increase your test, your anxiety levels will disappear. I felt the first effects of high testosterone a day after, which was I felt no signs, no levels of anxiety at all. I mentioned in the intro about not getting my work done and not making any progress. This was due to brain fog. As soon as I sat down to work, First, I lacked the motivation, and second, my brain couldn't focus. It just wouldn't focus on the task. It will wander around to even minute things such as the pen on my table. I had no sense of focus on anything. My concentration levels were just bad, and to be honest, after increasing my testosterone, I didn't see this change for about a month or two. But after, say, a good 6 weeks, I started to experience the benefits of it. My mind could pinpoint his attention to anything I wanted. I was no longer that guy who read a whole paragraph and then had to go back because he didn't understand anything that was going on because his mind wandered. I could sit down, read a book, understand it, and even go apply it in my real life, which, trust me, has changed my life. Just a disclaimer, I do have a 6-step test protocol, the one I specifically use for my own journey, which has skyrocketed my test to what it is right now. I've gotten results from over 250 people. Of course, it's not a must, but if you want a protocol that has everything packaged in one that you need to start on your journey, just click the link in my description.